Hi, I'm Bruce Gray with Operation Specific Training. In all the years that I've been working on SIGs, I was bedeviled by the fact that every now and then I'd have failure to lock back on the last shot because I would keep my thumb on top of the slide lock lever. This is one of the most common user-induced malfunctions we see on the range. Somebody will keep their thumb on top of the slide lock lever rather than getting it off the lever where it really needs to be. In my case, shooting 1911s for, I don't know, half a century or so it seems, but certainly about 35 years, conditioned me to want to keep my thumb up on top of basically that spot on any pistol I pick up. In the case of the SIG, the location of the lever almost guarantees, without some retraining or accommodation, that I'm going to find myself failing to lock the slide back. Very often that malfunction is misattributed to a problem with the gun itself. Maybe a bad slide lock lever spring, a bad magazine follower, bad magazine spring, but in reality, even a relatively lightly sprung SIG magazine will reliably lock the slide back in an otherwise properly set up pistol. Every now and then you'll find a slide lock lever that's bad. Every now and then you'll find a bad slide lock lever spring or a bad magazine. But generally speaking, it's almost invariably going to be because the shooter has kept their finger on top of that lever. And so for us, we have a couple of training tricks to get around that. One of the things we do with our students in Opspec, because we work with a lot of SIGs in that platform, is to take a little Band-Aid and stick it on somebody's thumb on the offside, their support thumb, and give them kind of like a tactile index for them to place their strong side thumb in order to make sure that it stays off the slide lock lever. That's what I had to do in order to be able to get over that problem. In trying to do this little demo here, we took several takes at it, as you can see by my target, because I actually had to relearn to do it wrong after a number of years now, as having been SIG's factory shooter and having trained with that gun quite a bit, to be able to get my thumb in the right place. In any event, if you have shooters that are failing to lock back, that's the first thing I'd look at, not only in the SIG, but in a lot of other platforms as well. People with large thumbs can also have that problem with the Glock pistol, Berettas to a degree. There's a lot of pistols where that slide lock lever is actually really accessible. Another example is the current generation of HKs, like the HK-45 and the P-30 with the long levers. Really, really natural for somebody with large hands to want to keep their thumb on top of that lever. So if you find that that's what's going on, you need to retrain the shooter to get the thumbs off the gun. In reality, we don't want to really use our thumbs for much in running the gun anyway. There's always that erroneous belief that effort equates to success and that we want to put pressure on the gun using our thumbs to clamp down on the gun. But that's, I think, pretty much the wrong thing we want to do. Here, let's get the thumbs neutral to where they simply allow us to set the rest of our hands on the pistol and establish index points, but basically not to put any kind of input into the gun beyond that. That'll help you.